he would need 3 to get Damien unlapped and then himself unlapped twice. But Landwehr reeling back in Joshua Lawton here.
Lindsay might actually lose 2 more spots here. He's got Michael Davis and Randy Arms coming
Let's
up
go on board and see if this is a planned move here, if Lindsay wants it to be a 1-stop or a 2-stop. No, not saving, not putting the clutch in, so I don't think he's got any damage to that 18 machine. Randy Arms has been on a tear since the restart.
If only Lawton had shown up for most of the season, man, might go back-to-back and still not be playoff eligible.
Right now looking in control. With 3 cars pretty much under a blanket, half a second separating these 3.
Yeah, Shorts with that alternate strategy in the first stage that wound up getting him no stage points.
Yeah, so he was saving too much. He would have thought that a lot of guys weren't going to make it. And it could have put him out of contention for the regular season title. Lindsay was able to pick up some stage points. Shorts wasn't. They came in tied. And only running 1 spot ahead would not offset that difference right now. So he's got to go out and win and hope that Lindsay continues to drop spots. A lot still to play for it. The 41 we know had great speed. It was your pole sitter here. He's trying to work his way up. He might be trying to think. He's down still in the 15th position. Is he still trying to make it a 1-stop? It hasn't really shot up the order. He's going to get turned on board. Let's Ben Thomas with him. And as we say that, calamity for the 41 and the 2. They keep it straight. No caution. And that should be both of their races. Well, the 2 just gets loose off of turn number 4 and down into the 41. Yellow flag is now out. Damien does get the lucky dog.
I think unintended, Mazzela just stopping on track. He wanted to tow. Like, he knew that was his race.
Yeah, that's what brought out the yellow. Yeah. Samuel Damien is thanking his lucky stars right now. He's back in contention. Let's take a look at the points as they run, as they enter tonight. And Mazzela needed a win, and now he's not going to get it. His 19th entering tonight, not a reflection of his speed this season. But now this makes it a 1-stop from here. We go 40 laps and then pit around 100 or so, and so that kind of takes the strategy out of this. Lindsay looking the favorite right now for regular season champion. Everybody's on pit road. Anyone get bold and try and take 2? I don't believe so, with 20 laps on the tires. Shorts is looking to be winning the race off of pit road. Maybe Landwehr or Lawton. They're all gunning for it, and Lawton will still maintain.
Bender's staying out. He's going to hopefully... He will be the lucky dog, 1 lap down.
Yeah, so he's trying to get a wave around and hope. So this is brilliant from the 24. He's got about half of a fuel run left. We saw some cars get into the wall on the second restart of the race. He had to do this though, because this gets from 2 to 1, and it'll put him the lucky dog instead of him still being 2 down. So he only needs 1 more. Unlikely, but we just saw one happen. So get the wave around this time by, and then I imagine he'll just be trying to save fuel and extend his stint as long as possible. While we reset the running order, let's get one quick word in.
Why does it say dirt expert?
I don't know. I do not know. Well, let's get a quick word in from Wilder Graphics and thank them for their support of the Lightspeed Racing League. Massive shout out to Wilder Graphics for all their support of the Lightspeed Racing League. Yeah, this was a have to have move from Pinder, because he wasn't going to get anything from this, but he'll get a lap back with the Damien, and he'll be the only car a lap down. So if he gets 1 caution, he is back in contention, and he'll shake things up.
Yeah, I can't believe Mazela's going to go from pole position to 21st.
Nobody picked him to win either. But that was not a commentator's jinx there. Dean Clavitt back on pit road. And he is off again. But back up front, it'll be Lawton. From Landwehr, from Schwartz, from Lindsay, from Arms, from Davis, Anderson, Scarbo, Brown, and Tiller, your top 10.
Schwartz looking antsy there in P3.
See as we enter the Geico restart zone who can take advantage. This will be the final start of the night, and Lawton goes very early. He's bringing Schwartz along with him, and he'll slide up into P2 even before they get to the corner. Adam Kilday is actually a lap down somehow in that exchange. So Pinder is not even the lucky dog with that. I'm not sure what happened to Kilday during that exchange. Oh, he spent a minute on pit road, put himself a lap down on lap 63. And Pinder's on old tires, so he's still stuck. Ben Thomas has been on pit road. Out of the race, Jonathan Mazzella and Travis DeLeon. We ran 1 30-second ad. That's all we run on the hour. We run the bare minimum that we are allowed to do. But here we have a battle for the lead brewing. Here's Schwartz trying to get the run off the high side and close in on Joshua Lawton. Look at this battle here for third. 3 cars under a blanket. Randy Arms trying to get back up there. We haven't really seen a long run with everyone going full out. The first stage, everyone was saving the second run from about 43 to 64. We had that caution, so they hadn't really settled into a long run yet. Really, I'd say these 5 are the contenders. Michael Davis hanging in, as is Anderson. Really, you got 10 cars within 2.5 seconds, so you never know what's going to happen. But here is the battle for the race lead. Schwartz now going down to the inside. Lawton up high. So they switched lanes once he got there. Lawton going to use the run off the high side to defend, and he's going to take away the 58's line, more importantly, and get some heat into those tires. Try and wear them out and keep them behind.
Yeah, put that 58 in dirty air. Not let him get the run. Also, a little battle there for P3. Randy Arms trying to get around Landwehr. He's going around the high side.
He had it for a moment, and then Landwehr got back around. And look at this battle for the lead here. Schwartz all over the back bumper. And now he'll go back to the high side here, but Lawton using every trick in the book to keep him behind. Takes that low line through the tri-oval, below the apron, which is legal here. A little bit further back. Look at the run the 66 gets on the bottom side of the racetrack. Randy got tight out of the corner and had to back off in the 66. Trying to take advantage, and Randy fighting back on that high side. Got 2 great battles here simultaneously. Lindsay's kind of been dropped a little bit from this. And then further back, Ryan Tiller, Casey Brown, Lucas Reed going at it. The 88 glued to that bottom. The 23 and the 10 using that second and third lane, trying to get the run. They all maintain for now. A little bit further back, there is Cody Johnson and Eric Shields going at it. Michael Davis and Sean Anderson as well. So there's battles all over this racetrack.
Maxwell, we got grainy footage.
That would be due to the severe thunderstorm in our area.
What? How are y'all not drowning yet? You have thunderstorms all the time.
Welcome to Georgia, buddy, in the summer. It sucks. Power went out 4 times today, I believe. I have done nothing wrong.
I will blame Max. He's the one that controls the stream.
Xfinity can't handle some cloud cover. Frauds.
See, I would personally never have these issues, but my computer can't handle streaming.
Ugh.
Need to start a new
donation fund. Yeah.
Buy me a new computer.
It'll come back in just a second, or we'll drop entirely once the power goes out again. Who knows? We're just
put that evil on us.
We're just having a great time. It's good now. There you go. Only lasted for a second. Absolute W's. Just in time to see the battle for the lead still cooking off. Schwartz in that dirty air, not able to find a way around. The 40 goes high, the 58 goes higher. He was absolutely rim riding there. 2 minutes, who cares? I should have just run 2 minutes of ads and no one would have known anything.
Honestly?
Yeah, next time we have issues, I'm just running ads.
Just gonna open up the creator dashboard.
I'm glad you care. I'm glad the people at home care.
It won't let me run it now.
You gotta call 1-800-XFINITY or something and tell them to boost my signal. Casey Brown all over the back bumper of Tiller here, and if you're Tiller, you probably think about letting him go. Because Eric Shields is down to 13th. Pinder's not even a factor. You don't even want to get yourself turned off the bumper or have anything go wrong. Calm crash? I don't have a choice. I have zero choice in the matter, unfortunately. I have a face for radio and a voice for radio as well. I don't know. Something like that.
A face for radio.
Schwartz is now dropped back. Yeah, might as well. Schwartz has dropped back, and now Randy Arm's putting him under pressure. So you can see what the dirty air did to the 58 machine. There are battles all over the racetrack. Ben Thomas yielding way after his incident with the 41 machine of Jonathan Mazzella.
Ooh, Tiller's in the outside wall.
And that will allow Casey Brown to go by, but not in the way that the 23 would have imagined. A voice for writing.
Excuse me?
That's just disrespect. I got a voice for ASMR. There, that's what I'll go with.
I don't even want to be here anymore.
But Landwehr and Lindsay have caught this battle for what is effectively second. 4 cars within about half a second. Yes, we played the commercial. You haven't watched the broadcast back. How are you going to talk to us about did we play it? We played it like twice. 2 or 3 times. Let's crank it up for the first time tonight while everyone's kind of bunched up, having a great time, trying to figure out where they run. You don't watch reruns? That's disgusting. Let's crank it up. You got Joshua Lawton out front, 4 cars battling away for second. Sean Anderson kind of the bridge in the middle. Then you got Scarbo, Michael Davis, Casey Brown in the mix, Schwartz leading that second group of 4 cars. Randy Arms putting him under pressure. There's Sean Anderson, Scarbo, Michael Davis, Casey Brown, Ryan Tiller. And it's all to play for. Things are being said that shouldn't be. Eric Shields trying to find a way back into it. He had great speed in that first stint, but that was something that we kind of forgot to mention. This race is under changeable conditions. Started at sunset or just before. Sun was fully out now. We're starting to be under the lights here. We approach lap 85. Lawton is comfortably ahead. Sean Anderson, 7 top 10s in 9 races. Incredible consistency. Doesn't have race-winning speed yet, but he is always within the top 10 come crunch time. And you would think that would at least have him a shot to go from the round of 8 to at least the round of 6. Chris Pinder now in. He's out of fuel. So he'll go to 2 laps down, and that'll end his chances of a playoff berth. Unfortunately, he gave it his best shot. Adam Kilday. Wouldn't have mattered that he went a lap down because there's still no caution that's helping the 14 machine out, so it didn't really impact Pinder one way or another. But Randy finding it hard to pass. We've heard a couple times from these guys that race so well together, so clean. It's hard to get around each other when they're this equal on speed. And Schwartz, Arms, Lindsay, and Landwehr definitely look to be pretty equal on pace right now. And Joshua Lawton's laughing all the way to the bank.
Yeah, 2.5 ahead of this group here.
His last lap, a 32.7. Schwartz, a 32.9.
Oh, Pinder's in.
We just discussed this.
Why is he in?
He had to, remember, he took the wave around, needed fuel, but...
Oh, you think I'd listen to you? It's not like that's my entire job here.
This is now a certified Fox Sports 1 truck broadcast.
Hey, we do better than them.
Oh, Cody B. Johnson and Casey Brown getting pretty close together. A little bit of contact down the front straightaway, and the 04 machine.
That's for a driver update on someone who's not here. He's in chat.
Jeffrey Rubik is hanging out in Twitch chat. Not racing tonight. Doing a nice job being a viewer and a commentator. Zach Scare, ladies and gentlemen. But look at this. I mean, this is as close as it gets. Schwartz trying to find a way to keep these guys behind him. And this is just 4 cars in a train. You think they'd be able to draft together and catch after Lawton, but Lawton's in a different zip code tonight. He turned into the Jared Lindsay of 3 weeks ago. But Lindsay trying a different line. Trying to see if some clean air on the nose will help that 18 machine. Dean Clabbett, not where we kind of expect him. Doesn't look to be a lot of damage, just kind of biding his time maybe to the last run, but no damage on that 56, but outside the top 10. He's got 8 top 10s in 9 races, so he's been incredibly consistent all season long, so this is a bit surprising to see where he runs. Cody B. Johnson, good run from him, though, looking to pick up his 2nd top 10 of the season. As the final fuel window is technically open.
Not sure how long you'd want to run on those tires, but...
Yeah, and we'll see. It's going to be very crucial, one of these guys, who blinks first. They got Pinder just ahead of them on fresh tires. But if you come in a lap early, you could separate yourself from this group pretty easily.
We had contact back here between Eric Shields and Samuel Demien. Not sure what it was about. Demien's got damage on the right side of that car. Eric Shields is still just losing speed.
Dean Clabbett thought about 3 wide. But Demien will drive it in hard. He'll take the spot away from Shields. Adam Kilday blinks first. I believe that is Scott Kelly coming in as well in the 89 machine. Pinder and Ben Thomas are both still on track, but laps down out of the race. The 41 and the 12, Jonathan Zella and Travis DeLeon. Joshua Lawton continues to pace the field by 2.1 seconds over Randy Arms. Landwehr trying to get around Schwartz now, and he'll do so. So Schwartz at the back of this pack. It's all going to be about how aggressive you can be on and off of pit road to make or break this fight for the podium. And back here, Casey Brown, Ryan Tiller. I mean, these guys are all pretty close. From 10th down to 16th is just 2 seconds. That could easily be won or lost on pit road. 21 and 27 going at it again here. And Tony Scale will be the first to do it. I like the call from the 29 machine.
This 27 machine is going to have to make a call soon. He keeps losing time. He's going to have to be perfect on and off pit road. You got to try something.
William Bowman going by now on that outside. It just looks like the 27 was caught out by those changeable conditions. It was much quicker in the daylight than he is under the lights, and he's going to come in with Demien and Casey Brown. So smart of these guys to follow each other in. But we'll see where Scarbo comes out in all this. He could easily pick up some spots. But nobody at the front yet. Randy has closed the gap a little bit, and just like that, he's coming in. They're all coming in. Jared Lindsay aggressive, Landwehr aggressive, Schwartz very aggressive from Lindsay. And they're all going to try and do the undercut. So Lawton, I would imagine, would have to respond next lap. The tire fall off is around 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds. It just kind of depends on how good you can get in and out up to speed. And if all 4 get around him, Lawton would have a lot of work to do. We'll see who wins the race off pit road here.
He's
coming
down.
in.
He's coming in. Yeah.
Smart decision. Looks pretty stable. Locks it up a little bit so you know he was digging. He's coming in. As everyone else is going off. Randy let him in. Jared Lindsay going to lead him out, though. We saw him be very aggressive on the entry. 43.75 for Lindsay on pit lane. 44.3 for Randy Arms. 44.4 for Landwehr. And 45.1 for Schwartz. So when it was that close, pit lane time made the difference. And Joshua Lawton, he's now leaving. As Jared Lindsay works off of turn number 4 and down the front stretch, it's going to be close. Lawton can't get too aggressive on the throttle.
They're going to be right there on him. They're up to speed.
Here comes Jared Lindsay. Down the back straightaway, there goes Joshua Lawton. It's under half a second, and somehow he holds on to the race lead with 1 lap fresher tires. That's huge for the 40 machine of Lawton. But are they up to speed? What does Lindsay do now that he's right up in the battle for the race lead? That was absolutely huge for Lawton. His pit lane time, 43.9. And it was just enough to maintain that 2-second margin and not get passed by 3 or 4 cars. Lindsay slipped that lap. Randy Arms back into contention.
Ben Here comes the fun part. They're going to have so much traffic be going around.
Michael Davis staying out to lead a lap, get a bonus point. Lawton 1 lap himself, as well Lindsay and Arms. But if this 8 and 18 start squabbling, Lawton will just walk right away again. But these guys, Randy and Jared, have pulled away from Landwehr and Schwartz. Scarbo was able to jump ahead of everybody. Casey Brown, Sean Anderson, Demien, Cody V. Johnson, Ryan Tiller. So, good call there from Scarbo.
Tiller, by the way.
It might be too little too late. A lot happening right now. Michael Davis still staying out on the racetrack. He'll have fresh tires at the end of the stint, though. 28 laps to go next time by. Everybody within the fuel window. And here comes the 57. Schwartz will get the unlap. Ben Thomas will get a lap back. But they're not letting Lawton get away. Lawton using the shortest way around the racetrack. Randy Arms still using that high side. He is closing in. Going to take half of a peak. Where does the 18 go? He's going to take away the line of Randy. That's the worst case scenario for that 8. They're all going to just be stuck in each other's dirty air, and Joshua Lawton is loving it. That's exactly what he needed. Michael Davis still on pit road, and he'll relinquish the lead. 3 cars within 0.4 of a second. Tony Scarbo jumps all the way up to 6th, and he's got about 3.5 seconds. His tires aren't that different than the guys chasing him behind. But we'll see, though. It's kind of a train of dirty air. Guys just riding the fence, and they're kind of stuck there and not easy to make a pass. Randy Arms has the fastest lap of the race, the only man that set a 31 flat in race trim. Right now he's being held up.
Yeah, the problem is he set that 31 flat on the freshest tires possible, on lap 2.
He's going to try a big send down to the inside. And he's going to have the run off the corner, though, we would imagine. And he'll slowly pull away the entirety of the front stretch. And he's just going to keep taking that line away from the 8. He'll have to move him or get him loose into turn 3 if he wants a chance at it. They got to be working together, though, somehow to try and find a way around Lawton. Then they could settle it between themselves. But right now, Lawton comfortable still, maintaining that 2-car length advantage.
They've started to pull in a little bit.
Yeah, this lap, though, they probably cut that in half. Now it's 3 car lengths for 3 cars. 1, 2, and 3. Any slip up if you hit the wall, guaranteed you're going to lose a position. But this is the absolute best of the best going at it. Lindsay and Arms, probably your championship favorites. Lawton would have been had he run the full season. But right now, you got to think advantage 40 until shown otherwise, because you're not going to make a pass on the bottom. Joshua Lawton in the 40, trying to go back to back. Right now, it is anybody's ball game.
Randy's trying a new line.
He's going right back down to that bottom. Didn't work the first time, but he's thinking if he just stays in line, he's got no shot at it. The bottom didn't work there either.
Problem is, him doing that, he's going to pull the 18 back. 18 going to have less help drafting. And they're both going to suffer from it.
A gap now 2.5 car lengths between first and second and third. Landwehr 1.5 seconds back of this battle. 1 second ahead of Schwartz. 5 seconds ahead of Scarbo. Casey Brown and Sean Anderson going at it. This will be for 8th as it stands currently. And then behind them, Eric Shields, Ryan Tiller, Samuel Yin. A little bit further back, Michael Davis and Dean Clavitt. .22 laps to go, looking to make it 2 wins on 3 starts with a 66.67 repeating win ratio for this 40 machine. That wouldn't be a bad season's work. Scott Kelly back on pit road. Looks like 4 tires and fuel for the 89 machine. As these paint schemes come to life under the Kansas lights. I can confirm that Adam Kilday is also retired from the race. So 19 cars on track, with 16 of them on the lead lap.
Really thought there would be more of a battle between Shields and Tiller, but right now Tiller's got control of that.
Yeah, Shields, again, I still think it's that just the changeable conditions, catching that 27 out way quicker in the daytime than under the lights. And right now he knows his playoff hopes are fading away unless he gets a caution and something drastic happens here in the last little bit of the laps. Look at this, though. Andy Arms all over the back of the 18. 18 losing 3/10 that lap. To the race leader, Randy Arms knows he's got to do something, but he's just continually held up. Don't think they're going to have anything for Lawton. Oh, and Randy Arms pushes it really hard, catches the outside wall, damages the right front, and that should be that battle over. And now he's got to worry about Landwehr behind him, who smells another podium. Pick up his 8th top 5 in 10 races if he can make it happen. Somehow has not won. Look at this battle for the back. Demian not for position, but here comes Michael Davis on fresh tires, bringing Dean Clavitt with them. Trying to go 2 for 1 here.
Even worse for Eric Shields.
Demian not allowing him to complete the pass. You can complete the pass on the bottom if you have much fresher tires, and that's what we're seeing here. But with this 18 and the 8, they all pitted on the same lap, so not able to make it happen. But there's 4 cars under a blanket right now. Ryan Tiller, top 10 will do ya. His 6th win of the season if he can complete it. I believe that would end up, trying to think, his run to the postseason. I think it started with 4 in a row, maybe, from Auto Club to Kansas to close it out. 5 in a row, maybe. I think these are all consecutive, except for one. And he's doing a nice job to close out the regular season, has momentum, and he can reset next week when the playoffs start at Iowa. And as long as you get in, you have a great shot. Everyone making it to the round of 6. Second race in the round of 8 will be Talladega, the ultimate wild card, the great equalizer.
Am I hearing Ryan Tiller championship season?
He said run it back. Just like that, though, Michael Davis, with those fresh tires, does get inside the top 10, looking for his 5th of the season. It's, again, to show you the championship standings. Picking up his 5th of the season if he can finish this race off. Not bad when half of your regular season is made up of top 10s for sure. This will be enough for him to clinch as it stands. Joshua Lawton 1.4 seconds ahead of Jared Lindsay now with just 13 laps to go. Sean Anderson trying to chase after Tony Scarbo. Incredible consistency all regular season long. Will be 80% top 10s for this 15 machine. If he can finish these last 12 laps out. He's got 5 lap fresher tires than Scarbo. Go on board here as he tries to complete this pass. Scarbo was not going to give up the top. But that 15 just rotates a little bit better through the center of the corner on those 5 lap fresher tires.
Yeah, but he's got a little bit of damage on the right front of that machine. Definitely not going to help these efforts.
Could get a little tight as he tries to move underneath, but I don't think it's going to bother him. It was a 10th quicker last lap. Yeah, catching them is one thing. Completing the pass is an entirely different story. He's just trying to make that slide job work. That 29 consistent even with the older tires and the run off of the corner. And the 15 will try and have to find another way around. A little bit further back. Demien and Casey Brown going after it. Dean Clavitt was running 15th and way outside of a top 10 shot late, but he's trying to pick up his 9th top 10. No wins for the 56 this season, but the most top 10s out of anybody in the regular season if he can complete these last couple laps. As I say that, he puts it all into the wall. Ryan Tiller does hold on to that 8th spot as it stands. And then one more look at it here. Jared Lindsay would be your regular season champion. Schwartz not picking up any stage points with his alternate fuel saving strategy. Landwehr did, but I don't think it'll be enough. 10 points back in one position behind with the 5-point difference in stage points. It will not be enough. So Jared Lindsay on track to be regular season champion. And no change to the top 8 as it stands in terms of playoffs. And Michael Davis has now caught this battle with his fresh tires. Let's take a look quickly at the pit strategy that these guys employed on their final stops. .102 for Davis, 99 for Anderson, 94 for Scarbo. So Davis has the freshest tires out of this battle. 97 for Lott, 96 for both Lindsay and Landwehr and Armed. Schwartz 96 as well, and Cody B. Johnson lap 99. And Landwehr was able to get around Randy Arms with that damage, so he'll complete the podium if he can hang on for his 8th top 5, most of anybody without a win, most of anybody in general. Here comes that 57. 6 laps to go. 57 with the much different advantage in tires. He's able to make that bottom work just a little bit better. Still not able to complete the pass, but he should down into turn number 3. It'll make one pass there, and that was on slightly equal tires, so now he's going to set up Scareboat and try and move into that 7th position with just 5 laps to go.
Man, you can really see it when cars try to move around on the bottom. Just they lose all momentum.
Eric Shields still trying to find a way around Dem Yin. Not able to do so at this moment. Dean Clavitt did hit the wall, but he should hold on to 10th. William Bowen chasing after Lucas Reed for the last spot in the top 15 here. This is the battle we're watching, though. Closest one on track, the 57. Trying to power around on the shortest way around the racetrack, but Scarebo just so consistent on that outside line. It's going to take a big send. And early on the throttle. If he can just come out side by side with him and not lose a whole car length on the front stretch, if they can just go into a corner even, it would do a lot for him. But I think he's going to be able to do that here. And he should be able to complete the pass this lap.
Ooh, especially when Scarebo gets into the wall there.
3 laps to go. That'll put Sean Anderson right back in contention. He does have fresher tires. It'd be heartbreaking for Scarebo to lose these spots late. They're doing such a nice job toughing it out, but I think he'll lose 2 spots in 1 lap. Sean Anderson in the same position. If they can just finally enter a corner side by side, he can send it in deep and kind of just slide up in front of him, back early on the throttle. Scarebo's so tough on that outside. But we're watching Joshua Lawton as he takes the white flag. Race is official. 130 laps, 1 caution. He's going to look to go back-to-back through turn number 2 for the final time. And down the back straightaway, Lindsay did close late. It was not enough. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. Joshua Lawton in a part-time season, still going to pick up 2 wins in the regular season. And he'll cross the line. Your winner here tonight in Kansas. Fireworks going off. Lindsay and Landwehr complete your podium. Randy Arms and Schwartz round out the top 5. Cody B. Johnson picks up his 2nd top 10. Nice work from him. Davis made a late charge at him. Didn't get there. Scarebo holds off Anderson. Dean Clavitt rounds out your top 10. Ryan Tiller clinches that 8th seed in the playoffs. Eric Shields gave it everything. Comes up just a bit short. Casey Brown, Lucas Reed, and William Bowman round out your lead lap cars here this evening.
What a run from Lawton. Going back to back.
And who picked him? Was that me or you? Someone picked him. I think it was you, wasn't it?
I picked Lindsay. You picked Lawton. How do you not know who you picked?
I forgot. Did I pick Lawton? So look at that.
I picked P2, so.
There you go. Yeah, that's right. You did pick Lindsay. All right, I tried to give you some credit, and you didn't take it. I'm shocked, but my driver gets it done. He's going to burn it down like Michael McDowell did up against the wall. Not as much smoke, but the sentiment is the same. We'll let him finish burning it down, and we'll get him in here for his interview.
Just say win.
Alrighty.
Landwehr's already pulled off. He's not having any of the shenanigans.
And he blew the motor, so we might as well get him in here. Here with your race winner, Joshua Lawton in the 40 machine, going back-to-back in dominating performances at Dover and Kansas. And he had to hold off all challengers tonight, Lindsay, Landwehr, Arms, and Shorts, but able to do it with impressive consistency, and he'll end up in victory lane here this evening. Oh, you there?
Yeah, I got you, buddy. Sorry.
No worries. No worries.
Yeah, it was a good race, man. I kind of knew after the long run, I kind of guessed we need to probably do about 330 lappers, and then we got that caution, and then I knew I could run harder than I needed to if we got a longer run, just because of the way the pit stops worked out, and got a good gap there. I knew I needed, once I got out front, I needed to stay out front because it was going to be so hard to pass here. So luckily we were able to get out front and hold them guys off.
Yeah, it was an interesting race with the first stage being fuel strategy, and then that second run being cut short by the one caution tonight. We didn't really get to see everyone's true pace until the final couple of runs late. When we split it in half with the green flag pit stop, and that was kind of the defining moment of the race. Everyone, that 4-car train behind you, Arms, Schwartz, Landwehr, and Lindsay, they came in on lap 96 trying to undercut you. He came in on 97 and did a nice job getting on and off pit road. Came out 2/10 ahead of Jared Lindsay, and was able to take his line away on that high side and kind of just manage the gap from then on. But that was an important part, getting on and off of this pit road.
Absolutely. I made sure I practiced that and warm up there, and knew I needed to get a good entry, and I knew I wanted to be on the offensive and pit one lap later than those guys, and luckily they all pitted together and no one really had too far of different strategy. Yeah, got a great pit stop and was able to come out front, and I knew after that it was just a matter of keeping the tires underneath it.
Absolutely not putting it in the outside wall and just being consistent, which was impressive. It was close there for a lot of laps. Lindsay was putting the pressure on, but able to hold him off. And part-time season, but 2 wins in 10 regular season races, not a bad regular season's work, even in a limited schedule.
No, not at all. I'm pretty happy. Just got a new direct drive wheel, and it's got its first win, so it's undefeated right now.
There you go. Well, 1 for 1. I can't ask for anything more than that, but back-to-back wins, and now you can just go hunting for some more wins with a new wheel in the playoffs.
Yes, sir. Hopefully we'll be back at Iowa next week. Just need to thank all you guys for putting this broadcast on, all that means for putting the awesome league on. It's fun racing against these guys, Jared, Randy, Schwartz, both Jonathans. I'm sure I'm missing someone, but pleasure racing with all those guys. They're fun, they're clean, they race you hard, and look forward to next week.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, thank you.
We're while we're already warmed up.
You are warmed up for this interview, but here with Jared Lindsay, gave it his best shot, and I think we'll be sensing a similar answer from a lot of guys tonight. Hard to pass once the car in front took the top line away, and it was the bottom just did not generate enough momentum to get the pass done.
Yeah, this is my 3rd worst track in the season. This is actually the best finish I have ever had at a league race in Kansas. I didn't even think I'd finish 2nd, so I'm just happy to have done that and kept it out of the fence. I figured out what he was doing, but by the time I figured it out, it was too late. So Josh runs really well at Darlington, and I figured out how he was getting through 1 and 2 so fast, and how I still didn't learn how he was running the bottom. He was the fastest guy on the bottom, him and Randy, but he just put on a grade A performance, and whenever he was backing me up to Randy, that was really what won him that race, because once he made it to where I couldn't threaten him while I had the option to, because if I didn't get the pass done, here comes Randy Arms, and then you potentially lose 2nd. that was just stellar. But he raced it smart. He was the fastest car. It was a good race. Randy and my teammates raced the ever living hell out of me. But it was nice to not be 5 seconds up front. Honestly, I actually really thoroughly enjoyed tonight and had a lot of fun. Tried to learn a couple things, and it was interesting on the fuel. Watching guys try to figure out the fuel on that first stage. I don't know what you guys saw.
Yeah, it was a great race. You got to keep you honest with the racecraft, and that's what happened tonight. A lot of guys going for it. Different strategies in that first stage. You know, it was just an incredible race strategy wise. We had guys hard saving right off the start, and guys doing the first half pretty flat out, and then second half trying to save, and then guys saving right off the bat, and then going hard in the second half. And then under the changeable conditions, day to night, it was just really an incredible race and a lot of racing early on. And then, like you said, I know you said you figured out some stuff there late, but under the lights, it looked like you had a little bit more speed and was able to kind of come out on top versus Landwehr, Arms, and Shorts. But you really just didn't know who had speed. Because of that, we were saving fuel, and then we had a caution after 20 laps, and then finally that last run is when it kind of, everyone was showing their real stuff, and then, that's where the hard to pass finally comes in. But it was a great race. We kept them honest at 1.5 seconds roughly, and had some chances there maybe if he slipped up, but he kept it calm and cool and under pressure. But I do believe after all of that, craziness and monitoring, you do come out the regular season champion, I believe. Shorts did not get stage points, and then I don't think the amount that Landwehr got was enough to swing it.
Yeah, pretty much I just had to finish in front of the two of them. So yeah, we're happy about that. It's been a good season. I wish Josh would have raced with us all season. I mean, it would have been even tighter than what it is now, just because he's really competitive. But yeah, happy for that. We're going to probably my best track on the schedule next week. So, and Josh is really good there. I don't know if it was broadcasted last year, but me and him literally spent less than 1/10 of a second from each other for 100. I think it was like 140 laps. We were literally nose to tail. I mean, it was just I couldn't pass him, and then I got him on pit strategy. So I've already told him. I told him last week that he needs to show up because we need to run it back again, just to see what happens. So I'm excited about that. Just need to figure out a way to get to Homestead, which is actually Homestead is my best track on the season. So.
Yeah, but you'll want to get it done next week at Iowa if you can, because obviously the second race in the round of 8 is Talladega, the great equalizer, the great wild card, and you really just never know what's going to happen there. So next week will be pretty important to start off the playoffs on a good note.
Yeah, we're me and the team have kind of been talking, and I think we kind of have something up our sleeve for Talladega that is not a normal or our normal approach to it. So looking forward to that. But yeah, you guys are right, and yeah, it was a good night.
Absolutely. Well, we'll look forward to seeing everything kick off next week to open the playoffs. But a strong P2. We'll let you get any shout outs in that you got.
Yeah, first off, we'll shout out you guys. I want to shout out all my teammates. I'm really sad about whatever happened with Mazzella. I haven't seen or don't really know. Proud of Nate for bouncing back from our horrific run last week. And want to shout out all the admins and Ryan, Joe, Anthony, Randy, and everybody watching. So just thankful. It was a great night. Everyone was pretty respectful, and I look forward to next week.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again on a strong result in the regular season championship, and we'll see you next week at Iowa.
Thanks, guys. You guys are the best.
And rounding out our podium again here at Nathaniel Landwehr in the 66 machine. Most top 5s in the regular season of any driver. No wins somehow, though, with, I believe, 8 top 5s in 10 races. But kind of the same story every week. He's always there in contention and keeping him honest. But just for one reason or another, not able to break through. Lawton comes back and takes away, some chances. But just a great regular season. You're definitely a championship contender. Impressive consistency heading into the playoffs for sure.
Yeah, it's it's gonna be exciting here. I don't know exactly how the points shake out and how we determine who gets bonus points in the playoffs. I think it's based off wins, so that's kind of unfortunate. But with Dega coming up in the first round, just gotta stay smooth, stay consistent, stay in front of some of the guys that are like on that bubble line and down there in the bottom. Try and make it to that Final Four.
Yeah, absolutely. Iowa's going to be probably circled for a lot of people because obviously not knowing what's going to happen at Talladega going to keep everyone on edge. So we should see a pretty competitive race next week, guys, trying to bring their best stuff and not have to worry about Dega if possible. So excited for that one.
Yeah, it's going to be a good race. Like I say almost every week, I'm not super confident on it. Wasn't super confident here, but we're just going to get out there, try for a top 5, and make up as many points as we can.
Absolutely. Well, looking forward to it. Impressive consistency got you to the playoffs. Now we'll see what you can do in the playoffs. And looking forward to next week. We'll let you get any final shout-outs in that you got.
Final shout-outs. First off, we're going to start with a wonderful girlfriend on the back of the car, telling everyone they're slow behind me. Just all the people watching back home. You guys are putting on this great broadcast. All the great people who we race with and people who set it up, make it all happen. And just thanks to everyone.
Absolutely. Well, appreciate your time as always, and we will see you next week in Iowa.
Yep, thank you.
Yep. All right, we'll go hit up Speed Zone guys and CMS, and we'll call it a broadcast. Here with the rest of the Speed Zone contingency, and Ryan Tiller does make it in with a late season charge, gets that 8th seed, and it will be racing for a championship this season.
Heck yeah. 3rd season in a row. I'm glad to be back in. Even given the start of the season we had, 0 top 10s in like 4 races, I think. I'm exaggerating probably by 1, but come on strong to finish the regular season, and I knew if I could get some playoff points, I could nail the coffin, as you say.
Yeah, I think it was 4 top 10s to end the regular season when you absolutely had to have them, so that was impressive under the circumstances. And had to have them racing some of your teammates for them. I know a couple guys couldn't be here for a week or two, or they had similar troubles, but it evened out, and it was really all on the line here. You know, we had fuel strategy, we had changing conditions, so you really didn't know what to expect coming into tonight.
No, as we were talking about debrief here with everybody, for me, it's just a struggle to like figure out how to run this track, even though it is a wide 1.5 miles the way it is. We were discussing whether the top side worked or the bottom side worked, and the tires just ate away. And once you got the right front burned up, you couldn't turn. And if you notice at the end of the last run, I was struggling to turn, and that was my case. I just burned it up. So
yeah, it looked like it was easier to make passes in that first run. I know we had some, saving fuel and whatnot, and everyone was kind of doing their own thing, but it looked like the bottom was more viable then. And then once we had, the shift from day to night, everyone was kind of glued to that top side and trying to take the air away from everybody else and kind of get everyone stuck in that dirty air.
I got to figure out how to run the high side and not burn up my stuff. So
ask Tony Scarbo. He was put on a masterclass in those last couple laps versus Sean Anderson. Was not letting him get away.
Yeah, I was just trying to hang on there. I knew I had to come in a little bit early to get off sequence with everybody else, and kind of gave me a little bit of room on the racetrack there at the very beginning of that run. But there at the end, I was just trying to hang on and do what I could.
Yeah, it was a very intense battle. So, but it was clean and respectful, which we'd love to see week in and week out. But another top 10, 4 in the regular season for you. Obviously, come up just a little bit short. But definitely impressive consistency when you were here and not getting involved in some incidents.
Yeah, just trying to come out here and have fun. I don't look to get into. I know I'm not going to come out here to win. Just getting top 10s makes me happy. So I'm fine with not making the playoffs. I'll be here for the rest of the races and have fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Talladega coming up, obviously the great wild card for everybody. So we'll just everyone's definitely got a shot at this thing and to pick up a win, even considering some of the heavy hitters in this series.
Yeah, anybody can win. So
absolutely. Randy Arms, you were going to be our podium interview in that third position. You bounced off the wall with was it 10 to go or something? You guys were fighting hard though for that podium though. That was you, Schwartz, Landwehr, Lindsay, all just battling hard all night.
Yeah, just heck, wasn't even tight or anything. I just let it drift out too much and put it in the fence myself. But for screwing up the strategy so bad in the or say on the stage break, to be able to come back and even have a chance to battle for the win, I felt like we were pretty quick and competitive. So it was fun.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of guys are going to have Iowa circled on the calendar next week to try and get a good finish in, and don't want to have to go into Talladega in a must-win situation, knowing how crazy that can get. So it's going to be pretty competitive next week, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, it's going to be wild.
Yeah, race is like a short track. Got some pretty good speeds though going into the corner, so it's going to be a crazy race, and I look forward to seeing how it plays out.
Yeah, buddy.
And then I think we got everybody else except for Ben Thomas and Casey Brown. I know, Ben, you were involved in that incident, unfortunately, with the 41 machine. That kind of ended your race before it got going. Did you see what happened there? It looks like you got a little bit loose out of turn number 4.
I felt like it was net code from my point of view. To be honest with you, I even looked back at a replay and it didn't look like I touched him on my screen. Maybe I did, and if I did, I obviously will apologize. But I didn't really get loose. I maybe tight, and I just maybe lifted to avoid running into the wall. We just came together, unfortunately. But I felt like I had decent pace in the race. I felt like I could have had a top 15. Go get him next week.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Casey Brown, you were kind of all over the place in that midfield battle tonight. What did you see out there?
Car was definitely fast in the beginning of the run, but just as it would go, definitely that last run, I burnt it up pretty good. But overall, I was just happy to, not mess up on pit road, not getting anybody, not wreck or anything. So we're just happy to come away with a decent finish. I mean, I was hoping for a top 10, but we'll take it and just learn from it and go. I guess to Iowa next week. So
absolutely. Well, appreciate the time as always, fellas, and we'll see you next week at Iowa.
We'll see you guys.
Thanks.
Yeah.
How we doing here with the CMS boys tonight?
Max.
How we doing?
Lap down
Good,
club.
Yeah. Fender, you were shot out of a cannon in that first run, and then the fuel was just a little bit short, and then was it a speeding penalty? Is that what kind of got you out the night? Is that what it was?
I don't know. I'm fast here. I just lost my own race.
3 times.
Yeah, like every time I got into ear pit road, it's like I'm gonna gas it up and get a speeding penalty. Why not?
Oh man! And then you had the great call to take that wave around, and then field day was a lap down, and then we didn't get another caution anyways. But it was just kind of that one penalty was really all it took. But you were showing probably the best speed of the season, and just that pit road mistake that catches people out.
Yeah, when Tiller was coming to pass me there before I pit, I was so close to just driving him right off the track.
You can appreciate the honesty. If I drive my playoff rival off the track, I get in, he doesn't. I like it. But
because then I just gotta finish like 16 spots ahead of him, and I'm golden.
Right. But
no, I'm good with it. They beat me by a whole lap last year, and now I'm at least running around some of them. So
there you go. Definite improvement from last season to this, at least. But definitely knew you were there tonight. You were up to third and running in there for a lot of that first run. And then, what was the idea coming in with the fuel strategy? I know a lot of guys were doing their own thing. Did you have any idea of what to do, or was it just kind of we'll just see how?
What was my plan? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, the plan on the.
I didn't have one. Drive the shit into the car.
There you go. I admire that. I'm not good at that fuel saving stuff, so.
There was no way I could stay in front of Tiller and save fuel.
That's a good point.
So I was just, I had to stay in front of him no matter what I did.
No. Fair enough. William Bowman, you were the last car on the lead lap tonight. What did you see out there?
A bunch of cars in front of me.
Yeah. It was
So-
it was kind of a lot tonight, with the fuel strategy in the first stage, and then from day to night, changeable conditions, and it was kind of just a
Yeah.
lot to throw at you guys tonight for the regular season finale.
Yeah, it was fun though. My pit crew decided not to give me enough fuel
Oh,
on the
man.
last run. So at 5
Oh,
laps
boy.
ago, I heard about 6 laps ago, I heard him say, "You have 5 laps of fuel."
Oh, jeez.
I was like, I was kind of catching Lucas Reed. We were kind of, I might have been able to catch him, maybe not. I don't know, probably not. But I didn't even have the chance then. I had to slow down. So, but I, didn't lose any positions, so didn't hurt me.
Right.
But it was, it was kind of a little bit of a boring race, just driving around.
Yeah.
But fun and boring.
And then Travis DeLeon, did we go get tacos tonight? What did we hit the showers early for?
Well,
I had tacos.
There you go.
first thing was after the first, after the stage break, I knew I was gonna have to pit and take the EOL. Which, okay, so what? I'm cool with it. I like it back there. So come out of there, and I came back around, and it gave me a passing under yellow.
Oh,
right?
boy. Oh, man.
So Randy had asked me, did it give me a passing under yellow? And I was like, yeah. For whatever reason, I don't know. I didn't ask. He's like, well, wait till it goes green and I'll clear it. So I'm like, okay. So we go green. It clears the EOL and keeps the 28-second hold.
Oh, jeez.
So I get that out of the way, come back out. That's when Kilday bangs the wall outside of turn 2. It comes into the front right side of my car. So obviously it's pringled. I make a few laps. It doesn't want to turn. So I'm like, let's just go fix the damage, whatever. I forget how long it was. I mean, it wasn't too bad. Come back out, 2 laps down. And I think it went three laps after that. Nice fresh car. Actually, the car was driving really good. Different than it was the first 50 laps. And I catch up to, what's his name? Kelly. And then I catch his draft, so we're flying down past finish line. Something happens. I don't know what he did. He smokes the wall on the inside there, or the outside. And that was it for me. My car started overheating. Gauges started flashing red.
Oh, man.
I already ate dinner, so parked it and just listened to Pinder speed through pit road.
Fair enough. Yeah, you had a lot going on back there tonight. Dang.
I know. I was like, I'm not saying that anything special would have happened, but it was a hell of a way to go out.
Right.
That's for sure. Unlike normal, this was a whole concoction of everything.
Yeah. Fair
I'm
enough.
not even mad about it.
Yeah, there you go. Just
take it for what it is.
Yeah. Question from the audience. Philly wants to know why she's not on the back of your car, Pinder. Like how Landwehr's got his girlfriend on the back of his car.
Got to pay up.
Gotta pay up. Nice.
What?
The question was asked, why am I not on the back of your car?
I'm not a fucking weirdo. I don't know.
Hey!
Sorry,
We get PG-13 now. We get one.
He's a Pete.
That was the one. But that is something else. Did you like the ad last night, by the way? If you have a chance to go look at that.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it.
There you go. Mike was like, he messaged me. He's like, this is our media package. Do not tell Pinder about this ad. Just run it. I was like, you got it, boss.
It was great.
It
was great.
It was pretty good. Oh, man. Oh, we got some good stuff going on Monday nights. That was a good one.
Whoops. All good. Happy Tuesday, man.
Yeah, it's good Tuesdays as well. Always enjoy this. So what did everybody have for dinner tonight?
Tacos.
Pizza.
Meat. Well, no, that's what I had for lunch. Just kidding.
I had chicken Alfredo from Costco.
Nice.
From Costco.
Yeah, Costco's
That's
got,
actually really good.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
Like the take and bake section, chicken Alfredo. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper goes a long way.
Very nice. I had chicken crescents.
I
smoked a brisket.
Nice.
Oh,
Yum, yum.
well, now I'm jealous.
It was in there for like 5 hours.
I think Zach gets this one.
Hell yeah.
I stayed home from work, so I had to do something.
Very nice.
Art,
I had ramen.
I like it.
Simple and easy and cheap.
There you go, bud.
Hey, there you go. There's that $2. They'll get you another 2 bags of ramen.
Oh my
Hey,
goodness.
it get you like 6, 7 bags of ramen. It's like
Yeah,
20 cents.
33 cents a bag.
You
It's like
can't.
20 cents here.
You can't beat that.
I don't care
Oh,
what. your
I was
status
thinking
in
about
life
the
is.
noodle or cup of noodle or some whatever.
Ew.
Same thing. If you ever get too good for ramen, you got to ground yourself and rethink everything here, because that should be a part of everyone's cabinet somehow, some way.
Right.
You never
100%.
know. You
Oh, they're
never
in my
know.
cabinet. That and SpaghettiOs.
That's gross.
No. SpaghettiOs with Doritos? Dude, you can't go wrong with that.
What?
Man, just making
Yeah.
prison meals at this point.
It's just making
yeah.
stuff up.
Been watching A&E too long.
Oh my
Okay, we got
goodness.
ramen, SpaghettiOs. Any other broke meals that people enjoy here near?
Oh.
Bologna sandwiches.
Yeah.
Oh,
with,
nothing
that-
wrong with a
jalapeno
bologna
mustard.
sandwich.
That's the That's the working man's meal. Put that in the lunchbox and go to work.
Hammer
Always interesting.
We're
Alrighty,
here for the good times.
absolutely. But we will be.
Well, at least it's never a dull moment in this chat.
It's never a dull moment. You just never know.
Why is Corbin in the broadcast booth?
I'm not.
He wants an interview.
He wants to tell us what he had for dinner, so I guess we'll go ask him. But always a pleasure, fellas. And we'll
Good night.
Yep. Good night.
We will
Good
catch you
voice,
on Friday.
Yes, we will.
Maybe.
I don't know. What'd you have for dinner, buddy? All
Well,
right,
now
he's
what is-
useless.
Oh, he just
What'd you have for dinner, bud?
I was planning on just waiting until you guys done the broadcast, but I just had mac and cheese.
Somehow I'm not surprised.
Hey, Corbin, you have a free green card in chat
Oh boy,
to Canada.
wild statement there.
I'd take it.
All right, let's recap this race and we get out of here for the night.
Ad break ends in 30 seconds.
There you go. But all right, your final thoughts on the race tonight?
I really wish we could get a waiver for Lawton to be in the playoffs.
Yeah, that would definitely
Those are my thoughts.
add some spice. But here's your race results. Joshua Lawton 1.2 seconds. Lindsay was catching him at the end, so he gave his best shot. Landwehr rounds out the podium. 16 lead lap cars. Back to Adam Kilday. And then I believe that is Jonathan Mazzella and Travis DeLeon with some incidents of their own tonight. And then let's show you quickly, one more time, the championship standings, how they ended up coming into tonight. And we'll recap that. But Jared Lindsay ends up your regular season championship. Don't know the initial or the final point tally. But Schwartz, Landwehr, Randy Arms, Dean Clavitt, Sean Anderson, Michael Davis, and Ryan Tiller will make the playoffs and battle for the championship over the next 6 races. And we are looking forward to a great battle. We'll be back here live on Friday night for Rod Car Next Gens at iRacing Super Speedway 9 Eastern. Next Monday night, ARS Infinity Racing Series Next Gen, as they head into their 3rd race of the season. And I believe they head to Kansas again, that's right. And then next week, next Tuesday, 8:30 Eastern, come back here, opening up the playoffs at Iowa. So a lot of good stuff coming up. Be sure to follow your favorite league and drivers, and we will be seeing you on Friday night, 9 o'clock for Rod Car. Y'all take care, stay safe, and we'll see you then.